Hey guys, how you doing? This is Renan with Pizza Pie Learning, and today I'm going to go over two examples on solving systems of equations as you would see it on the SAT. So, the first thing I want you to notice is the difference between example 1 and example 2. In example 1, both equations are solved for one of the variables, right? Both have a variable that is isolated by itself, right? So in the first equation, x is by itself on the left side. On the second equation, y is by itself on the left side of the equation. On example 2, both equations are in standard form, ax plus by equals c, and that's just when x and y are on the same side. When you see something like example 1, you should do substitution. I recommend you do. You don't have to, but I highly recommend it. When you see a system like example 2, you should do elimination, right? It's just easier to do it that way. It'll be much faster and it'll save you a lot of time on this test. So that's the first thing you got to think about when you see a system. Do I do substitution or do I do elimination? If you see, like example 1, that one of the variables is isolated, do substitution. Trust me. The next thing you got to do is find out what they're asking for, right? And to do that, you got to read the problem carefully. The ordered pair x comma y satisfies the system of equations above. What is the value of x plus y? Not x, not y. X plus y. I have some students that find it helpful to write on the top right corner what they're going to look for, so that when they're, after they've spent several minutes solving for x and for y or whatever, they can just quickly look back up and see what they need. Let's get to it. So in order to substitute, what you're going to do is pick one of the equations. So I'm going to pick equation 2 and write it out the same way that it is, right? Everything is the same, except instead of x, I'm going to replace that with what x is equal to, which is 3y minus 4. Everything else, if you notice from equation 2, this is equation 1, this is equation 2, everything else, the y, the equals, the -2, and the 6 stay the same. All you're replacing is x with whatever it's equal to, which in this case is 3y minus 4. That's what I mean by substitution, right? You substituted x for what it was equal to. The next step is just to solve. So we're going to distribute -6y plus 8 plus 6 equals y. Combine like terms, right? So that becomes 14. And then we're going to add 6y over to this side. 7y is equal to 14. Divide by 7, boom. Y is 2. Now to get x, you come back to what x is equal to, equation 1, right? And you just substitute y in there and you get 3 times 2 minus 4. And that's 6 minus 4, which just happens to be 2 as well. Finally, you look back to the top right corner. You remember that, hey, they wanted x plus y. So then you go x plus y is equal to 2 plus 2, which is 4. Money. Example 2, right? Remember, we're going to do elimination because x and y are on the same side for both equations. Step 2, read the problem, figure out what they want. If a comma b is the solution to the systems of equations above, what is the value of b? So remembering that when they say a comma b, that's just x comma y. When they want b, all they're looking for is y. This is especially important to establish when you're solving a system using elimination, because it tells you which one to eliminate. If they want y, you should eliminate x. All right, so to eliminate x, we will now multiply the top equation by 3 and the bottom one by 4. The reason we do that is because 3 times -4 gives me -12x, and 4 times 3x gives me positive 12x. And remember, that's our main goal, right? We want the coefficients of the variable we're trying to get rid of to be opposites, which means that they're the same number, but opposite signs. So obviously, I got to multiply the rest of the stuff, right? -9y is equal to 15. Here it would be -8 is equal to -32. And now, because I have these being opposites, they will cancel, right? 12 plus -12 is 0. Then here I get -17y is equal to -17. Divide and the rest is money. Y is equal to 1. And that's what they wanted, right? They wanted you to find B, which was Y. So we have the answer, and that's that B is equal to 1. Peace.